Let's talk about stances. First stance we'll talk about today, of course, is a horse stance. Now, you start in this position, nice and easy. Why do we call it a horse stance? Because it kind of resembles riding a horse. So this is how we want you in the stance here. Relax, just like you're riding a horse. You're in your position here. So when we work on our first stances or our first blocks, we will use this stance. Now, from this position, from a horse stance, what we want to do is transition into what we call a front stance. This is the stance that you will learn the majority of your kicks in is in a front stance. Front stance, let me explain it to you very carefully. Your front knee is bent, your back leg is slightly bent, but you want to make sure you keep it bent slightly in the back so it will help with your balance. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to transition over to this side so you can even get a better look to where your left or your right leg that's in the back. Notice the position of it. Everything is straight. My shoulders are straight, front knee is bent, everything is pointing in this direction. Okay? As I transition back, the same thing. My shoulders are straight. My feet are not close together like so, but they are spread it out enough to give me very good balance. From this stance, in a front stance, what we want to do is go to a back stance. Now from here, you want to take your right leg, pull it up, tap your heel, and slide back to this position here. Now, normally in this stance, we call it a fighting stance, but a back stance, we call it a couple of things. Now, when you want to remember a back stance is, just remember this. We call it a corner stance. Your heels are lined up, okay? One heel pointing one direction, the other heel pointing straight ahead. You step back, bend both knees, and you will have your knees bent like so. Now, what is this working on? I'm working on developing my calves. I'm working on developing my thighs so it'll give me a strong amount of kicking power. This is also a very strong stance, and you will see this also in a number of styles of karate. So let me review that one more time. In this back stance is you go here into a back stance, very relaxed stance. You're not tense in these stances, you're relaxed in these stances. Because remember, there's not so much of how tight you are in these stances. Relaxation helps. The speed and the power will come later. Concentrate on a focused stance and a relaxed stance.